Hello everyone, welcome back to Jikook Magic, where every small moment holds a deeper meaning. Today, we're diving into a Weverse live broadcast that was more than just a turning point for BTS. It was also a reflection of two hearts that seem inseparable. From soft touches and silent gazes to spontaneous moments that make your heart skip a beat, it's all here. So make sure you stay until the very end, because what we're about to unravel today might just change the way you see Jikook's relationship forever. After nearly 2 years of absence due to military service, all 7 members of BTS have finally reunited. This time, they appeared together in a long-awaited live broadcast on Weverse, watched by millions of fans around the world. But this wasn't just any ordinary moment. It was a reunion long-awaited, filled with patience and deep longing. For the first time since their hiatus began, Jin, Suga, RM, J-Hope, Taehyung, Jimin, and Jungkook appeared together in one frame. They laughed, shared stories, and showed that the bond between them has never faded. What made this broadcast even more special was the fact that it wasn't just a symbolic reunion. The members directly confirmed they are working on a new album, a clear sign that a new chapter is beginning for BTS as a complete group. No more breaks, no more separations. Just BTS, back in full force. Their faces radiated genuine emotion. Their words were laced with longing, not just for ARMY, but for each other, for the sense of teamwork that has always been the foundation of their success. And in the middle of all that spotlight, there was one small yet captivating dynamic that didn't go unnoticed by fans: the relationship between Jimin and Jungkook. Throughout the live, their natural interaction stood out. In a spontaneous moment, Jungkook began massaging Jimin's shoulders, unsolicited, unprompted, and without hesitation. A small gesture, but filled with meaning. That kind of comfort only arises from a relationship rooted in trust and deep familiarity. Soon after, Jimin casually rested his arm on Jungkook's lap. He stayed in that position for several minutes, showing no sign of discomfort. While other members moved around or switched positions, Jimin and Jungkook always somehow ended up side by side. As if, instinctively, their bodies knew where they belonged, next to each other. There was a lot of physical contact, gentle touches, silent looks, soft laughter, and signals of mutual trust. For those who have followed BTS for a long time, this behavior isn't new. Jimin and Jungkook's closeness has always stood out, not just on stage, but in their everyday lives. In this new era for BTS, that closeness is even more evident. They continue to support each other and show up for one another. And in this broadcast, their dynamic was one of the most touching things ARMY could feel. More than just a reunion, the live was a powerful reminder of their bond. The way Jimin and Jungkook looked at each other, shared space without hesitation, and interacted so comfortably proved they weren't just back, they were closer than ever. Interestingly, the broadcast also confirmed the upcoming second part of their special show, Are You Sure? Not just an entertainment segment, this series has become an intimate window into Jimin and Jungkook's unique dynamic. The cities they visited in the first part were filled with romantic symbolism, destinations often chosen by couples spending quality time together. All of this strengthens the perception that their relationship isn't just fanfiction. Their actions, their way of speaking, looking at, and touching each other, everything feels real and sincere. What we witnessed wasn't performance. It was meaningful everyday moments, laughter, quiet care, and emotional connection that can't be faked. They're not trying to prove anything. It's the effortless nature of their bond that makes it feel so genuine. Many people ask, if their relationship is really that close, why haven't they confirmed it outright? The answer is actually simple: they don't need to. What they show is more than enough. The subtle gestures, constant physical contact, and the way they interact speak louder than any official statement. Their movements are natural, almost instinctive. When one turns, the other adjusts. When one touches, the other responds without hesitation. They act as if there's no camera, no audience. Just the two of them, in a world they've quietly created for themselves. This isn't something you can script or rehearse. Closeness like this only comes from a deep connection, beyond friendship, beyond colleagues. The upcoming episodes of Are You Sure? Are highly anticipated, not just for the content, but for the likely continuation of intimate, sincere moments between Jimin and Jungkook. In a relaxed environment, free of pressure, the two can just be themselves. Every move, every glance might become more proof that what they have is something that can't be hidden. Now that BTS is back as a complete group, the world eagerly awaits their next chapter. But within that grand journey, there is a smaller story that continues to grow and touch the hearts of many, the bond between Jimin and Jungkook. They appear together at events, in recordings, and even in spontaneous moments that surprise everyone. That consistency signals that their relationship isn't temporary, it's an integral part of their lives. This new BTS era isn't just about fresh music or major projects. It's also about openness, about the maturity to no longer hide what's real. And if Jimin and Jungkook's relationship is part of that reality, then they no longer need to say anything. Their actions have already explained everything. Their physical closeness isn't just an ordinary display of affection. It's part of their life rhythm. When they're near each other, something shifts. They touch without awkwardness, approach without hesitation, and look at each other with a peace that feels unforced. These gestures don't happen once or twice. They're habits, natural reflexes. Their bodies seem to know each other by heart. This isn't part of a script. This is their reality. And in an entertainment world often filled with pretense, Jimin and Jungkook present a different kind of relationship. One filled with respect, care, and authenticity. In the end, what stands out the most about their bond isn't what they say, but what they do without thinking. The way they treat each other, on or off camera, is living proof of a deep, irreplaceable connection. And so, ARMY, behind the laughter and the stories of BTS's comeback, there's a red thread we can't ignore. Jimin and Jungkook are not just groupmates. They are two souls who have found comfort in a world that never stops moving. Their small moments, seemingly simple, hold profound emotional depth. They're not trying to perform. They're just being themselves. And from that, true beauty emerges. Now it's your turn. What do you think? Are all these interactions just coincidence? Or is there something deeper they've been quietly showing us all along? Leave your thoughts in the comments, because we know Jikook Magic isn't complete without your voice. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to keep following the most intimate, heartfelt, and stirring Jikook moments. See you in the next video, and remember, true love doesn't always need words. Sometimes just one glance, one touch, and everything feels real.